Thank you so much, Tsunami. Yeah, we got a pause to start the game. We've sort of been not too many of those as it's a headset issue, but should be underway in just a moment. But yeah, an exciting match today. They're going to be facing off against the Medusa, and Gaimin Gladiators say, let's take that Darkseer, the purple-headed cone man. It's time to punch.
That's your guy.
Oh, yeah.
We love the lyrical cast with the Darkseer. Always asking for him. Every draft to lean over and be like,
every draft.
They should Darkseer here.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, though. Everybody talks about the answer to the Medusa and it being good. I think that, like, as soon as people start picking up Dagons against this, it's going to be over. Like, Darkseer illusion, for some reason, is still not a strong illusion, so you can instantly
now we're
burst
campaigning. Okay, I see.
So, like, if somebody out there is listening at Valve and you want to, 33% win rate, it wasn't looking that good. It's lower than Pango right now. Give my man a couple buffs. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, and in order to get this Darkseer, we've got Quinoa here on the mid Doom.
Quinoa? What the hell?
Well, we got celery and tofu.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Makes a lot of sense.
That's terrible. I'm not sure. Quince is closer, which is a type of fruit. But nobody knows about quinces. But people know about quinoa.
Quinoa.
That's how it's spelled. It looks like quinoa.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's what pauses are for, right? Oh, thank God. All right, Quinn is with the go ahead. It seems to be fixed. Panda agrees, and here we are. You know, it was funny actually. Fear made a comment during one of the games was gone. He said like, I don't trust these Phoenixes except for the teams that are playing out of China, and he was right because the last time we saw some Phoenixes wasn't looking so hot. The second one the Chinese teams picked up to Phoenix looked amazing. So we'll see if Panda, see if he's got the Phoenix juice here. I mean, it's a Medusa lineup. It kind of makes sense, right? You have this very static, swinging, essentially tower on your team, so Sunray can be pretty effective. Then again, it's also a Medusa, and she relies on the mana, so at the same time, your Sunray kind of doesn't really help her.
No, for sure. It's a little
that
bit...
seems bad, actually.
But it seems less good.
It's actually really useless now that I think about it. Good thing they banned that Coddle instead.
I think the one thing that will be interesting is the big tanky heroes and getting hit with the Sunray. So that's the part of it, right, is that they're saying this is the fight that we're going to take in this area. And interestingly enough, I think the other hero that stands out to me, we talked a lot about the big switch of Darkseer, but the tree, is an answer to the Centaur Stampede to get away.
Yep.
It's a hero that hasn't been seen that much, but also can be pretty freaking strong to help out with the Darkseer too, depending upon where they want to lane this. And then also eventually just in the later stages, running in those melee heroes to get Ion Shell punches.
Oh, they just have crazy wombo combo too. Like vacuum, wall, overgrowth. Extended fights from Darkseer auras are really good for a Treant because you like to get the shard, and it's on a 10-second cooldown, so you get multiple roots.
Oh, Duraccio, you thought you were sneaky. Not so sneaky, in some trouble, and boom, they boomed you. Or did they? Oh, living? Not living? No, he's not living. Panda gets the first blood.
That's a Duraccio play right there. I like it. High risk. Some reward, but they get no reward this time. They know Panda has fire spirits, of course, but now you're going to get the save there with the root.
Now punching at the Tofu. Some pretty good damage out from Knight, forcing him back. And actually at the blood grenade, a tenuous spot for Tofu. I'm going to try and see how much alliteration I can play.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Oh, man, Quinn is up in his face. Dude, if there's one thing that Quinn knows, it's how to counter Pango. Look out.
Yeah, this should be pretty interesting to see. Currently has the bottle queued up, so does want to try and contest for some of these runes. Like, how many points to get Devour? What kind of rotations is he looking to make? It is kind of interesting with a Darkseer, too. He kind of has this, like, relatively static early game, I would say, still on Darkseer compared to a lot of heroes. He likes to stay in his lane and get his farm. And then you have a Doom mid and a TA bottom. So I feel like we're not moving very much for Gaimin Gladiators.
No, I kind of wonder how Quinn's going to play it, because I think there is some potential for him to move around and try and play a more active style if he wants to, and like maybe play it around what runes he gets or something, but he certainly doesn't have to by any stretch. But he is really, just taking him to task here in this mid lane. 8-2 right now.
Yeah, he's trying to use that HP advantage to get some good denies. Just knowing that Sludum can't come in.
Well, We'll see how that goes. So far, all 3 lanes looking pretty good for the Gladiators. And I mean, this is quite bad. I mean, he's not even getting the CS from these, getting any denies.
Forced to swashbuckle just to grab them. Oh, does get the water in at the very least. So, something to work with here.
Right, he needs it. Still a full water rune and refill for the Doom in the mid, and could be a bit of a tough time here. Continuing as the Pango first pick woes continue. But for now, still not the worst thing on the side lanes, it looks like. Medusa's getting her farm. That's what you would want to be seeing.
Yeah, I'm looking to level 3 on the Darkseer, 2 points Iron Shell. Maybe if the wave gets pushed out bottom, you might see Celery kind of pop quickly through the Twin Gate. That's one of the things that we saw right at the start of this patch from Tree Protector players. Way back when we changed the map, is that they would often use that Twin Gate and just run right through the trees.
Right.
Very dangerous for a hero that's hiding under their tower like a Medusa.
Well, and they definitely don't have to necessarily get aggro either. They can kind of just play it safe and get to the levels that they want. I mean, you just saw Ace level Vacuum to secure range creep, so they're definitely playing a little bit more just to get out of the laning stage, like you're saying, stay static and then make moves after.
Mid's over now. Quinn has the ice armor.
You're not going to be doing anything to him.
He's just chilling. He's going to farm as long as he wants.
Yeah. There is my armor, and you don't get to do anything. Yeah. Yeah, it feels pretty bad. And to be honest, like, I don't think that there's kill potential, but every time he pops this Scorched Earth, like, Slime just feels real bad. Does manage to get, like, some shield crash to absorb a bit of that, but, yeah, it's not good.
Just such little turnaround potential there.
Yeah.
You have to wait till there's like a stampede or something. Maybe you can bring in some rotations.
Well, this is where things could maybe start to go well, at least for Boom. Dyrachyo has been a little bit hampered, but you're seeing those meld strikes come out. 2 points in it for Dyrachyo. Just wants to sort of play a little bit more for the battle and see if he can mess with Sacred a bit. Try and make him feel uncomfortable on the Centaur.
Yeah, could have some combos there with Celery as well.
Oh my god, he's behind the tower. Dude, the ice armor is so strong.
Yeah, nothing's going to stop him.
Oh my...
Like, I literally think it's just over at that point.
Okay.
I mean, you can see in the description, it says temporarily slowing any enemies that dare attack it. Like, it tries to warn you. It's like, just don't. Give up.
That's awesome. Down at the bottom, it keeps it up. Not quite level 6, but pops the Scorched Earth, and I mean, he's pinging, guys, he's behind my tower. Where's the help? Forces a TP rotation. The TP gets canceled. So Dark Willow not gonna move. And I mean, he didn't have mana to actually drop the brambles anyways. With level 6, I mean, actually, Slime manages to get it first.
I mean, he's doing really well. He's actually getting totally fine last. It does look horrendous, but his CS is great.
Yeah.
It's just mostly every time we look at him, he's getting punched in the face at low HP. But because everyone's so static on the side lanes, there's no punish. Like Tofu's staying up there with Ace. True. Celery's on Tree, which is one of the worst rotators to the mid lane. So despite being at low HP this whole time, there's never quite the finish there from Quinn.
Yeah.
And so it's all good.
And because he hits level 6 beforehand, I mean, there is some potential here that either squad could go for a kill. And in fact, they're going to look for it right now. Rune spawns up top, and it's going to be Quinn that's the one that goes down instead. Well played. Boom. Making the move over to help secure those runes and make sure that Pango can have a good game.
He played this mid lane really well.
Yeah.
Like, how many times was looking, he's just getting clowned on in terms of just having no opportunities, but once he has that one moment, he gets it. Still gets great CS the whole time, too, considering the situation.
This is the part up top that they're going to have to be a little bit careful about, because Medusa's just going to snake that wave every time, and then suddenly he's not going to be getting any farm on the Darkseer, and Sacred forced all the way back to try and go at Celery, and Dyrachyo says no, and in fact, Sacred might just be in trouble. The Blood Grenade gets the stomp out to stop the action. But yeah, you can see they're starting to bully back a bit here, even though TA not great on the CS. 7 minutes. Both teams gonna get the wisdom runes. But the double shells run at Pakaz. Has to back all the way to the tower. But with the snake starting to get the levels up, he'll be able to contend with that pretty quickly. But still a perfectly fine lane for the Darkseer.
Yeah, they're just kind of trading off this farm here.
Right.
Doing all right.
Got the refraction off. Duracio's perfectly content. And there's really not much separation between any of the cores right now. It's mainly more of a level-oriented thing.
It's also not very likely that we're going to wind up with mana break in this one. I mean, there's the potential for it, I suppose, but it's just so impactful for the targeting of a Medusa compared to, obviously, like, minus armor, just so weak in comparison.
Quinn just going in, gets stunned, gets pulled low. Celery is nearby. Doesn't look like they quite have enough to go for the full kill. Now, they still have Doom at the ready, so Rolling Thunder won't translate into another Quinn kill.
Very aggressive. He looked like he had like more aggressive supports with him or something when he did that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, surely someone's about to cast some other spell here to help this, but just don't have that yet.
Nope.
I mean, thankfully, Celery was able to get off a Leech Seed that did heal him up quite a bit in the middle of that. But like Tofu's still 4.5. You know, you're waiting for those bigger spells. They're going to smoke up though. They want to use this Doom.
Ace gonna try and backlane. Not great heroes to punish this, and when they come to try and contest Ace's farm, they're gonna go for the kill on Pakaz. This is a nice play. Wall down, got him caught, the bushwhack, the Doom, the whole thing, and he's just gonna surge away on the little purple man, but do they have enough to get away? The Medusa does not look like it. So they managed to get the return kill onto Ace. And Celery moves over, not a ton of mana, and the healing salve going, wants to catch him. Doesn't quite manage to break that one. And now Celery, he's gonna be in some trouble. Getting chased. Slanham finds him, and Celery also gonna go down. Good rotations and moves by Boom.
Yeah, lose your Medusa, but at least get a couple back there. He'll take it, and then Pakaz is just right back to farming. So already on his way, pretty close to the diadem, and then in towards the Manta. Okay, he's not that close.
No, he's a little ways away.
He's going towards the mech, though. No normal Darkseer stuff.
Can go for a stack here in just a moment and try and clear up these as quickly as possible. It's some good acceleration. Didn't quite get that hard camp. Did manage to get the Ancients, though. And a haste rune. They got eyes for Duraccio.
Yeah, Sacredness, be careful. I mean, this is what's working out, right? Is that he's so low that it kind of baits you in like that.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Because he knows there's no Stampede, so he's thinking, this is my chance to get the solo kill into Sacred, and just well orchestrated there from Boom. Nothing really that you can do in terms of rotations either. Like, Ace would be your one hope, but he doesn't have TP right now. He also hasn't quite finished that mech. He's just like 20 gold shy. So that big save turn isn't there. We're going to grab because of the bushwhack.
Oh, he does some damage. I don't know if it's quite going to be enough. Medusa's still very strong. Has Arcanes to turn it. And yeah, Pakaz just going to walk away from this for the moment. Kills off the illusion.
Still has Arcanes.
Another bushwhack. I think Pakaz is... Well, okay, Quinn shows up. Never mind. They put the kibosh on that.
And no other rotations, right? I'm not sure if they got canceled or what, but... It was such a long chase. I thought surely there would be help at that point to get Pakaz out of it, but I guess they're very determined to just keep this bottom lane pressure going.
Fair.
They don't want to give it up. So that did seem kind of surprising. Panda holding the point right now. Does take it for level 6, so the threat of the egg is online, but it's level 1 egg, so have to be pretty careful where you place it. And now the TPs are here.
Duraccio onto Panda. Goes for the dive away. Didn't have mana to cast the egg, but did have a big stick. And yeah, Pakaz is just going to head off to the jungle and start farming up. Getting immediately into the Manta. While all 5 heroes are down here on the bottom side of the map. They want to secure both that tower eventually, but make sure that PGL can get this farm.
Yeah, we saw in the last series with Shopify and Aurora, there was so much contesting of the stacks early on. Just multiple battles in here, but not in this one. Just not really the right lineups for it. Some greedier heroes that are trying to get their own farm first, and that's going to turn out really nicely here for PGL.
Yeah.
Because he is 4th on the net worth chart, but it's going to start to pick up as you get these further levels and more stats in the Medusa. It kind of has its own little snowball effect, kind of like getting your regular peak timing items of Battle Furies and stuff.
Right. Well, more acceleration. Ace wanting to finish off those Greaves before he gets into the fight could be really helpful against the Willow. Making all the difference in the world of him dying or not in the fight sometimes. And it definitely feels like for Gaming, it's just sort of more setup, more slow play of this game, which is kind of what you would expect from this type of a lineup. And Quinn very much is just inhabiting that Doom role of, okay, I'm going to get into my Shivas, take a while to get there for Blink, and then wait for that big fight eventually.
Yeah, and despite being against the Medusa, Dyrachyo is still going for this Deso build because he's just going to try and target everyone else for the most part. Like,
yeah.
It is significantly weaker versus Medusa, sure, but there's a lot of targets on here that you can just absolutely explode.
All right, leave the Medusa to the rest of them.
Particularly, well, the Darkseer.
Right.
You know, assuming he can keep the illusion alive.
I mean, that's the other part about the Deso too, right? Is that the physical damage that's going to be coming from that illusion will make all the difference in the world, having that minus armor for the rest of the team. Now, they are smoked up as 4, or rather 3, looking towards the Doom, and the jump forward stomp is there. Does have Doom at the ready. I think he's just going to have to give up his life here from Quinn. Tries to pig pull out, but not going to happen. Too much damage too quickly coming from Boom.
Cause still safely farming while this is happening too. Ace thinking about running in here, drops the wall.
Okay, connects onto 2 of them. Trying to keep those illusions alive.
Boom aren't falling for it right now though.
No, they do not care at all. Not even a little bit.
Just stick around, punch it a little bit longer. Want you to show something else, but they'll get a lot more damage before they finally just walk it off. Tofu gonna try and get some good vision down here though.
It was enough to keep the tower alive, which is big. But it's just a game of stacks. That's really what it feels like. I feel like the stack numbers for both teams has been absolutely nuts so far. You can see, well, maybe not as much as I thought, but
it's definitely felt like more
chunk.
like Boom.
Yeah.
For me at least, but it's not too far apart.
2-7. A little bit of PvE Dota going on.
Yeah, this was the event that we were waiting for. Turned out it was just a gameplay patch.
Exactly. Next level play. And really the only one that's sort of suffering from all of this is Dyrachyo, who's kind of been stuck down here on the bottom side of the map. He hasn't, like, you know, you normally think about TA going to the triangle. That space has been inhabited by the Darkseer, been inhabited by the Doom.
Yeah, that's why Ace is the richest person in this game. Definitely sacking Dyrachyo a little bit here in the early game.
Yeah.
And they're finally going to lose that safe lane tower. I say that, I mean level 1 living armor coming in.
Oh, it's big. Strong stuff. Oh, he missed his last hit because of that.
Oh, he got it for the retaliate.
Nice. That's how you do it in style. Tango finds himself some tofu. Slam tried to get away, and they're not going to chase this at all. So, again, no real chance for a catch. Celery gets hit. Does have overgrowth. Dyrachyo chase. There, they got him. Root is out, and wall down. Has the vacuum after the fact. Sacred not quite in trouble, but with the slowdown. Oh, he got the blink out, and then the TP away. Dude.
Those are the fastest teammate tips I've ever seen in my life.
They were ready.
And he's not even... I thought that the webcam was frozen. He was just completely still.
On the job. Absolutely.
There's nothing for him. Oh, so much time spent there. Not able to pick up that kill. And he's sending towards the Blade Mail or the Veil next. He's still deciding.
Well, don't know. I definitely am getting a little bit worried about how strong and how unhampered I feel like this Medusa is. Like, she has really been free to just get away with farming this entire time, and it's always a scary proposition.
Yeah, he kind of moved to this eastern part of the map and never went back up top. Like, Tofu tried to get this vision down to sort of catch these carries where they always are farming up there, and no one has been there this whole time.
Right.
At least no one of value for them to go and grab. So, it's, I mean, you think about there's a hoodwink in this game. Like, how many sharpshooter ganks have we seen?
Yeah.
Like, he's 1-0-1. It's not even like Tofu's dying or something. He's just doesn't feel like he's playing hoodwink.
I mean, to me, what this says is that both teams feel like they have like a win condition as this game gets later, and they're not worried about what the other team is doing. And now you're seeing Boom start to turn it up a little bit. It's going to be a matter of who was right, who was wrong about that. Who has the better read on this patch and these heroes?
Ace getting caught there with Greaves coming back in 4 seconds, also coming back in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So just perfect timing from the stop from Saker before you get that vacuum off. Oh, that's a Grove bow for the Dusa too.
Yeah, that's nice. Full Deso done for Duraccio. The other thing that will obviously help out with is, you know, taking a Roshan for themselves. Could be something they look to in a bit. Like, denying that from Medusa feels pretty important. But now, the temperature's starting to turn up a little bit. We have not seen Doom used yet this game, and we won't see it used right now either.
He doomed Dusa once, didn't he? On the first rotation? Didn't he?
I didn't see it. Maybe it happened.
I think he doomed once.
She died too quickly. You're definitely right that he did use it.
Somebody got doomed. Somebody will get doomed again. I like the idea of Roche, though. I think you're right. You know, TA opens that up. I don't want to try and kill this Medusa twice. Paka's now eyeing up a Scotty here. So you can see the Eggs almost on the Sledum as well.
I wonder if they're going to have mana issues on Radiant. I feel like all of these heroes are kind of not super high mana, and some Diffusal Blades coming out is going to be spooky.
Doom's pretty bad. It's like half your mana pool just catch Doom. Yeah, it's Doom. That's the word.
There it is. Yeah, it's a little concerning. I like what I'm seeing from Boom so far, but we'll see how Gaimin Gladiators react to it.
I mean, Ace has his blink, but still farming. Still comfy cozy, it would seem. They give off the illusion, at least, of being comfortable if they're not.
Yeah.
I'll say they don't mind. Radiant scanning. Celery's going to know not to walk up that hill right now.
I mean, Ags is going to be really good for the Darkseer, definitely.
Oops. Oh, man, he's playing it risky.
That's right by Panda. Not an easy kill. Even with the TA nearby. All right, there it is. Overgrowth move in. Pops it. Oh, no. Oh, this is not the play. Back wall back, but it's not going to turn into anything.
No, it's certainly not.
Wow. Okay.
It looked innocent enough. Like, oh, just a little play here from a tree. We can start this off, but he didn't get the punch at the start either from that route, so then, you know, you don't get the value out of anything there. And
I mean, realistically, best case scenario, you get an egg out of that. An egg and Stampede, right?
Or, I mean, I think there's a chance that the Phoenix just straight up dies because the TA, like maybe you try to min-max it or something, but yeah, you're right. It's pretty unlikely.
Well, we'll see how this one goes. They decide they don't want to go in for the Tormentor.
And I mean, applause for that, because many teams don't.
You know your limits.
Yeah.
That's important.
Most won't give up on that. Gossamer Cape there for the Centaur, which is really good versus Templar Assassin, as we always say whenever that hero's in the game. It is the dream one that you want, especially because he's a pretty viable target for Templar to go for, especially since he opted for the Veil over like a Blade Mail or something.
This is on Night there, we saw two, and then the other thing is a Philosopher's Stone for the Phoenix. You love to see it. Oh my god, and dude, he's doing it. I don't know if you said it earlier, but Panda knows. This item,
that's new, yeah.
This counters everything that Darkseer's like answer is it to. Now the only thing about
you should see Lyrical, he's shaking right now.
I'm so mad.
Played dozens of games versus this.
Dude, everybody at Valve is watching. Just look at what happens at like 30 minutes when Panda gets this. It's going to be disgusting. And the only thing that's going to be nice about it is that Darkseer will still have the punch. The punch will create an illusion in enough time that you won't be able to get another Dagon done. But they know the answer.
Well, that's bad news for this counter pick. But yeah, like you said, he's already working on the punch. The normal punch.
The normal punch.
Tofu still 1-0-1.
Oh, yeah. No, they have not gotten another kill. It's 2-kill Gaimin right now.
He's just jungling. What a weird hoodwink game.
Yeah, I mean, who does he play with, honestly? Like, there's no hero here that wants to jump in and make moves except for maybe Quinn.
And he didn't go for like a blink build or anything,
No.
so that didn't really come about. All right, well, his farm is accelerated now as Tofu gets the Maelstrom finished up.
And a Shiva's Guard completed for the Centaur. Smoke bot could be thinking about doing something here in a bit. It's halfway to a blink for the Pango. Anything else that's really come out since then? We've got Medusa with the full Scotty completed.
And they go for that fantastic Ags as well.
Yeah.
Dyrachyo is very close to BKB, just a couple hundred goals. This is a bad time for them to fight. They're circling that bottom tower here. Looks like it's Knight making the call.
And Creep's starting to die. Looks like they're just going to walk right into the pit and say, come deal with us. So that should be Aegis. There is, I mean, you have good heroes that can fight around it for gaming, but I just feel like since this change has happened, there's been so fewer Roche contests for like this one. People, I feel like, aren't showing up for first Roche more often than not.
Yeah, part of it I think is that it's just, yeah, we're so spread on the map. It's hard to actually get everyone grouped up together for it. I noticed Picaz actually has now switched off the eggs. He's thinking about going the Butterfly, which usually is kind of a no-no versus the Darkseer because it's really hard to kill the illusion. But I think he doesn't mind because of Panda's playing with the Dagon.
Yeah. I still think that's a dangerous route to go, but yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, I mean, the issue is, I mean, when you play Darkseer, you love to see Butterfly, right?
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Well, because then you're not killing the illusions. But this is a nice play right here. This is how you want to start it. But can they actually kill Sacred? Panda's there trying to heal him back up. They still have Egg at the ready. Picaz starts to beat into him. Now the Fear connection onto the TA in trouble. Starting to burn him down. They did already get the hit out. Picaz needs to back away. Stampede because Doom wore off. Dyrachyo still running away. Now is going to fall. Medusa Illusion still chasing. Panda gets the Dagon delivered, takes it out immediately.
Oh, Tofu gets the Aegis, though. He's being chased out, was out of mana, but pops a wand into Gleipnir ult. So at least they'll lose that, but that's another win here for Boom. As it starts off with a Doom onto a Centaur who they can't finish. And, you know, that Gossamer Cape versus Doom, very annoying. Because he misses that first hit, and then he's like chasing after you, and he's so slow. By the time he gets a second one off, it's almost back.
It's a great Gossamer Cape game. Both TA and Doom, really, really nice. Yeah, now starting to feel a little bit spooky.
They are so dependent on Ace. It's like the only way they can win these fights. I think the Blink Dagger as well for Celery, probably their next big item that feels like can really turn things.
Killing creeps, killing illusions. Panda knows the item that you need. Just buy a Dagon, everybody. It's pretty good.
Finally. Finally, it's the right choice.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
A 3,000 gold lead built up now for Boom. The other thing that's disgusting about it, since we have a little bit of a break here, I'm just going to go on a rant.
Please do. Please tangent away.
It's not just the Dagon. It's Lion Mana Drain. Like, you have this little tiny, like, you know, however many second cooldown spell that just destroys all the illusions that create. It's Dazzle Poison Touch. Is any of those hexes? It's just, oh.
I see. This is all Darkseer propaganda?
It is.
What we're going on? Okay.
That's what's happening. Be ready.
I mean, he's catching quite a few L's this event. You're due for a buff.
That's what I'm saying.
Tofu up in his homeland here that he's been making throughout this game. He keeps placing that ward on top of that Watcher. Just over and over.
Oh, right on it, yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of, you know, maybe they won't see it even if they put a sentry down, right? Maybe it'll just kind of blend in.
I like that idea. And that's further away from that cliff up there, too, that they think that they're not going to find it. Courier kill. Well played. That's the butterfly. I think it was almost completed. Yeah, that would have been it fully done. So a nice snipe there.
Yeah, Celery playing in the danger zone here, trying to get some gold towards that blink. Oh, loses the invis for a second there.
Does he get another one? Oh, go for it, Celery. He's going to go for it behind the tier 2. Oh, this guy knows. He's waiting.
Okay, this is the game that he's in there.
Zing Q, eat your heart out. Dun 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 dun.
Nicely done. Okay, now what?
Oh, they're running. They're coming for you.
He's got to get far fast. They have a scan.
Oh, get out of there, buddy. Oh, they're over there. Oh, God, no.
I feel like gems are cheating.
That's
you
true.
Know, I don't know.
Up. Passes it back over to Knight there. You know what? He made space. He got 2 couriers.
Yeah, 2 couriers, ruined a butterfly. Some space here.
Now, the problem is Pakaz is 4,000 gold ahead of the next highest in the game.
And he wants his own answer as well with a scythe.
Yeah. No, the scythe pick now, too. So they'll have 2 different ways to deal with the illusions. Devastating.
Tofu, no chance there. Oh, Sacred also having the Ogre Seal Totem, so has a tool versus the Doom.
This game feels pretty rough for Gaimin right now. It's only a 3,000 gold lead, but
it just feels like, I mean, they have 2 kills, so I guess it's always going to feel like this, but it doesn't feel like any of their heroes are activated at all in Gaimin Gladiators. I feel like Celery is the only one who's like playing his hero and doing treant things, whereas Duraccio hasn't achieved anything a TA wants to do. He didn't get to farm stacks. He didn't get to take an early Roche. He didn't get to Psyblade his opponent in lane because he went the 2-2 build, and they didn't get any kills with this like more aggressive meld style.
Let me tell you, they're beating the hell out of these creeps, though.
They are.
They're staying winning against the creeps.
They're all really good at killing creeps. I guess Doom is doing Doom things. He's devoured a lot of creeps this game.
Oh, yeah. TP out. Woo! That was scary.
Bit close there.
Almost Lincoln Sphere done for the Pango. And you do also have eventually the Aghanim Scepter that can come out for the Doom. He's obviously going to want way more items until then, going for the Octarine Core next. MKB is on docket for Duraccio.
Pakaz is level 22.5 right now. He's big.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Like, so in 2 minutes when Roche is up, or I guess when it's capable of being up, if they get Aegis, how do you deal with this guy, the Medusa? That's huge. Nice pickup there. Gets the gem. They want to chase. Don't want to give the gem up for free. Tofu now caught. Stomp is there.
Quinn was ready, though.
Oh, on point. Takes that gem right on back. But that's Lincoln's. Oh, God. I love it so much. And Medusa buying herself a Force Staff.
Before he even got... yeah, before he even got the butterfly delivered. Wow.
Because he doesn't want to have to rely upon the stampede from the Centaur.
Yeah.
He can make sure he gets out a wall and then they kill the illusion.
Yeah, they got some problems here.
Because that's it, right? Like, that's the answer that Gaming are putting forward as the way to deal with her. And if they can make that not happen, she's unaddressed in the game.
They got a mid-Doom for this, you know?
Yeah.
They're really dependent on this Darkseer. Celery? One route?
Doesn't stop.
No.
He's back on the other side.
It's not going to be enough help. It was way cooler when it stunned.
True.
That was the tree shard that was fun.
No luck. Well, it's going to be a tough one. Jump on turns mid, trying to take down that Phoenix. The Doom is out and starts to bring down Quinn. Panda chasing Stampede in the run forward. Throws it down and silence for the turnaround. That's the egg, though. Gonna be popped. So they get a couple things out and not finding the kill into Quinn.
Oh, he went the wrong way. BGB from Duraccio as well.
Let's get out of there. Does manage to escape.
Well, Ace actually did TP up here, but then there was no engagement.
Yeah.
And Celery's up ahead cutting the waves. All right, okay. We have a game plan here from Gaimin Gladiators.
Buy time.
Yeah.
As much time as possible.
Just gonna wait it out here.
And it is a longer Roche respawn now, too. It's just under 3 minutes.
That'll be enough time for Pakaz to be level 25.
Right? Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, he is huge.
The Medusa has really not been addressed. It is also going to be a nighttime Roche.
Oh, Duraccio, no BKB.
Oh, finds both of them. Onto him. Celery does still have things ready if he wants to help, but oh, Duraccio barely survives through that. And now tries to back away. Pango living for the moment. Wall is down. But as they decide to back out, that means nothing for Pakaz. Finding him, connecting. Duraccio just has to run away. They're going to try and reinitiate this punch. I don't know if it's going to do what they think it's going to do. Some damage out. Panda starts to take some deeps, but do they have enough left in the tank? I don't think so. 3 dead, soon to be 4 dead. There is not enough damage in the world for this right now. Ace trying to do what he can. Gets another punch now onto Pakaz, but it's not enough. They are still living through all of it. Ace gets stunned. They're inside the base. 5 dead. Where's your answer?
They very clearly do not have one. That's going to put Pakaz up to level 25 and almost a half after wiping out the entirety of Gaimin Gladiators. They all got like 3,000 XP who were involved.
Jeez.
So if you felt like you had some problems before here, it's now 4-20. Nice.
Yeah,
and they're a high ground team.
They better be.
They've been relegated to a high ground team, whether they want to be one or not. That's going to be your last chance here.
Tough game for Gaimin.
We'll, of course, go for these split shot uses modifiers, as one would expect.
All in on him. They're moving. Jason, Celery goes down. I mean, the one upside to this is Darkseer got level 20, so we got the cooldown on wall talent, but he's dead for a while. It's rough. They take down the Willow.
Okay.
Which is big, but now it comes at the cost of Hoodwink's life. And nobody has buybacks. Like, this is at least one set of racks here. They'll go for the glyph. Do they decide to stick around? I mean, they think Roche is up. It's still 30 more seconds till it's going to respawn. But blink back. Won't get caught. Man, what an expert, like, draft put together by Boom.
I think back to when Sledum was just getting zoned off, like, 2 waves in a row, and I thought, like, uh-oh, this is going to be the problem. And then to the point where, despite being dove under his tier 2 tower, he still ended the lane with more CS.
Yeah.
And was a Pango that made moves around this map. He got quite a few kills early on, as many of our Pangos, of course, have been kind of failing to do. And there's been a lot of fights where you check this Hoodwink or you check this tree, and the mana situation is just a problem because he's getting multiple heroes whenever he goes for these shield crashes.
Right. No, it's definitely thrown a bunch of wrenches in the works. Second Roche, though. We have Eternal Shroud for Centaur. If they could steal this, it's going to go down quick. Oh, and boom. Yeah. Oh, can they get there in time?
I don't think so, can they?
It's going to be tough.
I mean, they might just kill them all after. That's kind of more what I would expect.
Roche starting to fall. It's not dropping super quickly.
Yeah, not that fast, actually.
All the ion shells there. I mean, this is still potentially a really good fight if they can keep them out of here. This is on the stomp now. Jump forward. Celery still living for the moment. Roche, a little bit less than half HP. They drop down the vacuum already. Wall down. Do they have the damage they need? The illusion's dead. Okay, Darkseer's effectiveness is no longer anything in this fight. Tries to TP out with the Pango. Does manage to get out of there. But the rest of the team is going to stay way too strong. Disarmed. Punch comes out. Do they have anything to deal with this at all? Supernova goes. Force staff to get away. But no, they don't have anything else left in the tank. Quinn is just going to eventually get whittled down to death.
Yeah, Quinn and Ace trap against the back wall. No help available from their allies. And now Pango's coming back. He's going to run into Tofu.
Hey, TP'd home. Says, fine, I'll come back and help out a little bit. Ooh, good move by Tofu. Just barely getting out of there. But he has to TP back home, too.
Oh, wait, Celery? He tried.
Oh, no. Did they even realize? Stay very quiet. He's laughing. Oh, my God. That was close. They were already looking at your base, bro.
Yeah, they got bigger things in their mind.
Oh, jeez.
When you're not even worth it.
Stay very, very quiet. And yeah, this is
walk it down, slither it down, I suppose.
Oh, that's right.
She doesn't give walking tokens.
No, it's the Slytherin tokens.
Yeah.
I think in ranged was the other one she is.
Oh, there's a little replay here. Oh, yeah.
Still invis for a second.
Yeah,
and they were already out of the pit. Look at his face. Wait for it. At least they got a good sense of humor in this game. Gotta be something. Oh. Stampede used. Don't manage to catch anybody.
So now that Darkseer is just so naked and exposed this game, will we be seeing it again versus the Medusa?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you need, like, other things. The Shadow Demon is better, at least, because then you get two of them. But, like, because you can just blow up the one illusion, it's like... Oh, there you go. Courier snipes. It's a good counter, but you need a way to keep her in there and keep the illusion alive. TP out. Braccio.
Pango's close, but not that close.
Or you just need the enemy team to not build Dagons. Just like, say, the items banned or something. And then
right, okay, yeah.
Or hexes. Or pick a hero that has hexes. Or mana drain. Or, like, you know, just stampede to run away.
Right, yeah. Okay. These are all good ideas.
Any of those things.
Oh, that's so sad. She just turns and hexes it. It's just...
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Like, it's nothing.
She does not care.
Okay, but watch this one with the wall.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, and now it gets Dagon. Okay, see, now that's not... But there's another one.
Okay. Down to half HP.
And, I mean, you can see it actually is doing a lot.
It does. If it's left to just hit her, then it does do a lot. Fear now, connection, damage onto Quinn. He is nowhere to be found, and that is a dead doom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, so he's going to get a Wind Waker so that he can Wind Waker dodge the projectile, right?
Right. That's
yeah,
the one.
the Dagon.
Jumps down and a punch. Normal punch. Slalom, is he going to be able to survive through this? The heal coming from the egg. Oh, man. And that kept him alive right there towards the end. Disgusting. Listen,
that's nice.
The itemization from Panda has been so on point.
He's having fun. That I can tell for sure. Like, Panda's having the best game. Yeah, see, look at that excitement.
All right, so apparently...
Jumping with joy.
You can pick Phoenix if you're a China region or South America. That's what I'm hearing here.
Okay, that sounds right.
As they take the second set of racks, boom. Just a clinic of a game as an answer to what Gaimin Gladiators were throwing out at them. And this is going to be a 1-0 up over the top of them. Really impressive performance.
It's definitely...
They're still glyphing. They're still believing.
Gaimin Gladiators kind of wound up with like a spare parts draft, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's just a bunch of stuff kind of thrown together like, this'll do. Slap it on the back there, put on some duct tape, hope for the best, but it's not quite enough versus the Medusa.
Jump forward, Duraccio, BKB, Sacred. The Ogre Seal Totem to back away. Ends up being rooted, but that is Mega Creeps. Quinn looking for the wraparound. Who can he find? They are jumping forward. Find Panda. Take him down right at the start. Why don't you? Pakaz pops the Manta, immediately starts hitting. They don't have Darkseer back up. They need 7 more seconds, and in that time, Dyrachyo is going to go down. They also now on top of Quinn, killing off the Doom. No answer there. No mana on Medusa, which is a problem. Just going into the fountain. No cares at all at this point for that Pangolier. Big back wall play, looking for his opening. He's waiting for it. He's waiting. Oh, God. 18 seconds. 18 seconds. He's running. He's coming. He wants to push you. He wants to punch you. 4 staff back away, and now they're out of there. And it is no longer an issue. Deuce Illusion not doing what they needed to. They hex it. It's gone. Now the stomp onto the tree, and the Ancient going to be exposed. Ace just standing as well. Please come into my wall. Walk over here.
And, here I go.
And GG is going to be called. Buff Darkseer, please.
Well, they made a strong case for it here. And now again, it's just boom. They recognize what the plan was here. You know, they augment their draft rate at the end. They call the big audible, pass it down the line, and they get a Doom mid. And Darkseer was supposed to carry you through this.
Pretty bad.
Just with his spells.
I mean, sometimes I feel like the position 4, when you don't have to rely upon it, you know, it's like what's the word? It's like icing on a cake, right? It's not going to fill you up, but it makes something a little bit tastier. You need that sort of nice base to a foundation. Have you been able to tell I haven't eaten lunch yet?
Yeah.
They're getting ready to deny that word if things get a little bit spicy. Celery, do not believe he spotted any of that action, but smoke up, the delayed smoke. Are they going to find anybody? There are heroes down there on the bottom side.
30 seconds.
A big wraparound would be pretty nice, but Knight is going to have all the vision in the world with that ward already laid down, so no, they're just heading off to their other sides.
All of this posturing for what?
Just to get the rune. Seems like they're going to try and contest it for Quinn.
All right, Tova's going for the river. Are they going to go for 3?
They're trying. They're thinking about it.
Nah, don't do it, Ace. Let it go.
Knight. Yeah, and that secures that they'll get Panda gets 1, Gaming get 2, and Bakaz picks up the other. So everybody off to the lanes. No first bloods out of the gate.
Oh, you know, I was trying to figure out the Mirana pick. Like, yeah, it's kind of good versus the clock and stuff, but now I see he's got the rabbit mount.
Ooh.
So that makes way more sense.
This all comes together.
So you're just looking for any opportunity you can to pick this hero.
Oh, yeah.
It's understandable.
That's a good one. Look at that guy.
You know, it was recently Easter here. The candy was still in the stores when we arrived.
Oh, that's a good point.
So maybe he's fitting in with the theme of us here in Bucharest.
Well, we have seen a lot of issues with the constant sniper spam that's been coming out at this tournament. And Zeus, an interesting answer. Quinn wanted to make sure he didn't tank any unnecessary damage from those arc lightnings hanging out in the river there, but does need to be wary about stepping up a bit too far and getting the nuke damage. The one part that will obviously always be nice in this is that they'll be able to find the sniper in that mid-game window as Tofu takes some damage there from Panda. But the other thing that I do kind of like about the Mirana too is the potential for like X Mark into Torrent and then the follow-up arrow. It's a pretty easy combination to connect with.
Yeah, that is kind of their one leading spell, though. You know, it's. I mean, yeah, Sven can be there, but he's a bit busy. He's got things to do in the early game. He's gonna be hitting a lot of creeps, not gonna be involved in all those plays. So, yeah, I do think that their success is largely based on how Sacred's game goes. And right now, he's getting chased by a clockwork and hit by some tower bombs, so not having the most fun down there.
Right, and also like what his itemization ends up being too, because the other thing is like we've seen some people go for that first item Aghanims. You run into like a weird window there as the Kunko where like you have the Ags completed, but Torrent's still probably like level 1. As they go into the Shadow Realm, Sacred gets pushed back and eventually hits Celery as they back away. But like the values in X are so high that it just becomes like kind of tough to get the levels that you need. Just a lot of out of mana in the mid.
Pretty valuable Blade Mill game as well.
Oh, yeah.
Some heroes that really don't want to deal with that on the side of Gaimin Gladiators. And, well, if there's a hero that you don't want to deal with on the side of Boom, we're going to be looking for Ace for the toss-up, right? You know, just trying to just spin them up in the air the whole time, trying to ignore them for most of the team fights. That could be Picaz. That'd be a nice target for that. Trying to just remove him from the engagement so they pick off everybody else and deal with him at the end. Kind of a classic Brewmaster strat. But the Sven preeminently predicting this Brewmaster to come out here, so we have to watch to see if that big cleave just chunks through those pandas. Might result in an earlier shard there from Ace if he has to go for like a desperation exit.
Yeah. No, it's the, you know, like the panel was talking about. They anticipated that this could be something coming over their way and were prepared for it. Celery into the root and will get the Lotus, as a matter of fact. Wasn't quite able to get there in time with the Torrent. Knight takes some extra damage here. Still, with the Tangos in the Shadow Realm, Celery can't do that much more to him, and we'll throw out one more hit onto Dyrachyo. Oh no, get the last hit instead, never mind.
Dyrachyo having a much better time than the last game.
Oh yeah.
I think he had this much CS like 5 minutes previously. So, certainly more enjoyable here on his Clinks. And yeah, we keep talking about he's trying to force this pick. You know, I guess he's been really successful in his pubs lately with it. When we've been casting it, it hasn't looked quite as good, at least. So I'm still waiting to be impressed.
Arrow out. Tofu fine, though. Panda taking some hits from Ace. Yeah, I want to see how the, like, sort of what he's seeing that's making him feel so good about it. Because like you said, it has been a little bit lackluster in the games that we've watched of his. Obviously, a hero with a ton of damage, but just sometimes feels a little bit... I don't know, vulnerable to getting just obliterated.
Quinn forced out the hop here when he went for the runes, so that's why he's going up there for the further bullying here. On the side of Zeus.
Gaming looking good across all of their lanes right now. Tofu doing damage, gets the kill. First blood onto Panda. Showing how strong this Bane can be, and still has another blood grenade in tow too.
Yeah, taking advantage of the lack of leap at this point in the game here. As I'm not sure what happened down there, but Celery tipping away.
Meanwhile, Clockwork wanting to run forward again after getting hit by that Torrent. Looks like they won't be able to do that much more damage at all. But, man, Sacred is so strong in this. Walks for the step back, hits that one freehand, and keeps the pressure onto Dyrachyo. We'll take a tower shot for the trouble, but yeah, he is double bracered up and going into the phase blade mail. I like this type of a build a lot out of the Kunkka. Tofu managed to find that Nightmare, passes it back over. Well played, and it's going to be a dead Bane.
All right, some revenge up there. After he gets the first blood. Dyrachyo, yeah, that bullying under the tower. He's still going to find a lot of these last hits at the very least, so wasn't punished too hard. And munching up some neutrals here too with the Death Pact.
It's really just mid where Quinn is just having a very nice time. I mean, to be honest, actually, the Brew too. 12 denies on Brew is pretty intense. But as we get closer to this 6-minute mark, they're bringing in help. Tofu makes the move over.
Nighttime Bane.
Got him in trouble. No, he's going to be okay. I thought that Bane was wrapping around, but he's going deep for some wards.
That's a nice ward. Because snipers, Zeus like to try and like farm that up, and then the sniper can just walk up, get the shrapnels going.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dyrachyo goes down, and Tofu, I think, was spotted there. That might signal that there could be vision, but they move on in, pass over the Nightmare, and that should be enough to keep Panda alive, as well as, of course, the Zeus.
Quinn takes the opportunity to get the DD bottom, though, so, sorry, the amplify damage bottom.
Yeah, all right, this lane is not safe at all for Zeus. Like, it's way too scary. He's almost level 6, though, so maybe they can get active on one of those side lanes and he can get involved in a kill, because it's a pretty spooky situation. Sacred getting wrapped on now by Celery. Tries to fake out a Torrent. Celery not biting. And Sacred does still have a Lotus if he wants to use it. Continues to run down all the way bottom. Oz hits now. Arrow follow-up after Night rotation. Ace in trouble. Couple more hits. They bring him down. Tofu is also going to get ran at, but with 900 HP, it's not an easy kill on that support.
That's one way to get an urn charge for Ace, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Positives. 1-1 for the Wisdom runes. Get pass around here. Arcane's delivered to Sladum. That's nice for him, but that's going to send him back to farming in the jungle, and then we'll have to watch out. Oh, threatening the ulti here, are we? Just likes hearing it. All right, well, Quinn died to this.
They're looking. If they can get the brambles, it should be easy. Move in, find it. Well, he's very strong.
Panda
okay,
didn't believe.
And they didn't have enough mana on the Zeus, so they get away. It looks like thinking about trading over that Nightmare. Oh, maybe could have traded it back to get the Nightmare dodge. That would have been sick, but no such luck. And instead, it's Panda. That's very low HP, but barely surviving.
I feel like the arrows he dies, doesn't he?
Yeah, I guess maybe just didn't think that they had enough time with the brambles. He has 2 points in it. Oh, that's a good kill, though. Good rotation top to find that one.
It's certainly risky. There's a very good chance you miss it, but yeah, good punish there. Have to do stuff. If the enemy team is all rotating mid, you got to find the vulnerabilities. And only 1 death on the Brew before 6. Not too bad. He's going to use up one of those urn charges to heal himself up and sustain in the lane. Knight back down bottom. Going to start controlling this twin gate. Using sentries and obs. Wants to know what's going on.
Right. Dyrachyo is 6 now. They already placed down a really deep war, and they see Pakaz down here.
This is what they tried to do a lot last game, too, right? Medusa just never wound up in this situation.
Right.
Where she had to farm in this spot, despite Tofu constantly warding it.
This is not an easy kill, though. Like, honestly, they both have level 5.
They need split.
The Nightmare is there.
Or at least, like, full
in.
Cinder Brew.
Ace arrow to interrupt, though, and that's enough to cause a little bit of separation. Pops the ulti, turns, looking for a fight. Can they get more heroes here to help out? Doesn't look like it. They're just gonna have to give up Pakaz. So another kill on the carry. Really well played by Gaimin.
Yeah, that's the dream of a Brewmaster, right? Get 6, kill the enemy carry. It's your biggest goal that you can get. And it's a Sven in an awkward spot. Now just level 6. Now has no God Strength for 80 seconds as well, so just gonna have to go and hope that his team has some stacks built up for him, because the lane is not going to be a safe spot to go here. His Salary does die to the ulti from Zeus.
Yeah, was just not respecting that potential damage, and now Ace going to be in some trouble maybe if they can get in range. He only has 1 point next, but that was enough. Torrent to follow, the arrow connects, still sliving for a while, but now they bring in the Zeus, and that's more than enough. And now Dyrachyo moves forward, wants to find some more kills. Bottom hitting hard on this Zeus. Sacred chasing. X still on cooldown, and the range is so low, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. But Brew killed.
Yeah, Dyrachyo coming up here for this too, though. Does mean he's going to have to find some gold up here. Pakaz took the opportunity to get a lot of free space down bottom. Help him recover a little bit after that death. And meanwhile, Quinn has just been pretty stationary.
Yeah.
Not really leaving that mid lane.
No, just farming. This is where these mids have like inhabited. It feels like almost every mid now is farming out the jungle on this area and then also heading back to the lane when they need to.
Kaz not able to find any stacks though, unfortunately.
No.
Just doing the single camps.
Tofu's building them up. And Sacred in the jungle. This is the thing, right? Like, as Dyrachyo, you want to be able to find something, but he can't really do much to Sacred here, I don't think, without help. So
a lot of help.
Like, he's literally just kind of chilling. Now, Celery moving in, that, I mean, I don't even know if that's going to be enough. He just walks away. Oh, rough time.
Off he goes, hits him with the little dance, the jig, as it were.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't even go that far. He's like, you know, they probably have vision here, but...
Does he get to him with the Tidebringer? Yeah.
Flare. Okay, thanks. Still just going to farm here.
Well, and so, like, that entire time, Sven is off hitting camps.
Making space here. Spirit Vessel is done now for Ace, so that's quite a bit more damage.
And they hit the Bramble Maze and the arrow. They connect that time. Doesn't decide to go for the arrow. Quinn dodges it after the fact, and, well, that means you got to get out.
Okay. Not even close. Juking up a storm here. And there's some stacking though for Pakaz. get something moving. Sacred's going to take up that dead lane where no one else really wants to be, but he's just way too tanky and annoying to deal with. Okay, cool barrier rune.
He's trying to work on it slowly but steadily, but Ace, he moves in. Cinderbrew is out. Celery, they bring in so many numbers.
He's still holding hookshot here too, so they just cannot try and help him at all. Or else that person's just dead too.
Yeah, and Ace is looking with the Wind Panda. This is just a really impressive move coming out from Gaimin. They're absolutely putting the first step forward. I mean, this is a completely different team than we saw in game number 1. Like, think about how static and, like, unmoving they were in the entire, I don't know, first 20 minutes of that game, it felt like.
Yeah, no, they just did not want to do anything. Now they have these spells to kind of give you direction of, like, well, I want to use Split. I want to get kills, so that's what they're opting for here. A Nightmare on tonight. I'm going to Tofu back up. All right, there's the hook shot onto Sacred.
They take it off, though. Sacred gets the boat off in time. Will it be enough to keep him alive? Blade Mail did some pretty good work, but they still managed to bring down that Kunkka. It cost them 2 supports.
He's under vision here, too, as he tried to chase Panda with a Spirit Vessel. Not going to be able to find it, though. And Knight is just circling their ancient, saying, go here. Just go Fireball. Now, actually, the same circle's coming out here from Celery, saying, I think we need to go and disrupt this. But the whole time, Quinn stays at the top of the board here. He's just been farming it up. Everyone is coming to his lane. He doesn't really have to move too much. Sladam's on his way to the Lightning Hands build, as after this Phylactery, he's going to start working on that Manta.
Oh, yeah. Get to it as quickly as possible. Spam out. And, I mean, that is going to be something else to watch for. Like, if Sacred can be strong enough to just stand alive in front of everybody, maybe Zeus can deal the deeps that they need to. TP's out with Willow, not going to happen. But that window where, you know, Kunkka is big enough to survive, it feels like it's going to be a while.
Yeah, he's really annoying. Like, he's just taking up so much of Duracio's time as well. It feels like he's constantly just, like, sitting under him thinking, like, oh, do we have a chance here? Is there anything we could do? And then even if you go for the kill, I mean, he's got 1,700 HP and then a potential ghost ship delay.
Right. Likewise, though, Brew taking up a lot of space on the map, going, not being afraid at all.
That is true. 2,000 HP as he works on this Radiance.
Keep on hearing headshots. The assassinates from snipers.
And get a remix going between those and the Thunder God's Wrath he's been pump faking before, too.
Yeah. Dude, look at how far forward they're playing. Duracio's ready to hunt. Now, they have wards in this area. You got to be careful about your movements here as Duracio. They scout him. They get him with the X, and Skeleton. Oh, the Nightmare dodge on the X pullback. Nicely played, Tofu. That keeps their carry out of harm's way. Not enough to keep him alive, and now they get the split off. Tries to bring the Sven under control. Will get the lift on him, and now the grip onto Panda secures that kill. Ace. These Brewlings, they Void Spirit, pull him around, kills off the Wind Panda, but because just barely surviving, he's not going to live through that, though.
Oh, Ace pushed to the limit there, man. Only the Fire Panda barely skinnying out of that one.
Dude, Tofu, like the Nightmare dodge of the X, really well done.
Yeah, that fight goes a lot worse if he doesn't do that. In fact, it's total disaster at that point. But the damage from Quinn, that was certainly the big number in that fight.
Yeah.
Just doing his ho-ho-ha-ha.
Gaimin Gladiators starting to pick up steam, and boom. After the success of the first game, getting a little bit sheepish around here. We'll see what they have in store next, but starting to get a little bit worried as this lead is built up. This is before Radiance.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to just balloon out after that. And part of the problem is that you look at Gaimin Gladiators and you can see what a weakness would be, which is that they have a sniper and a Clinks. And so if they get jumped on, then they can just get blown up and dead. And you have this vision from the Zeus, where it's just like, oh, there they are, kill them. But they don't actually have the way to kill them. It is that X setup. That's what they have to do. And the Nightmare save being there, that's great. But there's just not going to be like a blink or something. There's not a simpler answer other than X.
Right.
I mean, so long before Pakaz can be like, blink, huge damage, commit fight.
Right. Well, and the other one that we'd sort of imagined that we might see is Bramble Maze into Arrow. When they've tended to go for those fights, even though Bramble is maxed out, we're seeing Panda like leap first before trying to throw out an arrow, and he gets the Starstorm damage onto them, which is not translating into kills. So 5,000 gold lead now. And I mean, you compare that, like those two supports to what a Clockwork brings to you, right? It's just worlds different. Tofu, grip back up. And even though they have insane vision here, they still might lose a hero.
Yeah, that
I think
ward
it's gone.
has been there the whole time.
Grip out. Done. Yeah, now they know there's a ward there. There's another one behind. Can they punish this at all? It doesn't look like it. Ace moves in, and now, if they're not careful, this Zeus is also going to drop.
Hook shot.
Oh, my God. This is falling apart. Boom, in trouble. Losing hero after hero.
Now they're immediately running bottom. Pakaz has the TP, but
he's not getting out of there. They are running wild over there. Gaimin Gladiators, they woke up a little bit late on that first series for themselves, and this game 2 just looks like a completely different team.
Yeah, Dracio's on. He's calling for the push right now into the mic. You can see he gets the deny on the tower. He's definitely playing a little bit more isolated compared to the rest of the team. It's kind of like how we had that really successful Weaver game too.
Right.
It feels like he's in a mood right now where he really likes playing the opposite side of the map, and that must be why he keeps wanting to go for those clinks. Yeah, like he has this idea of like, I want to be really greedy. I want to get all the farm on the whole map so that we come together really strong at that like 25-minute timing.
And in spite of that, the only time that we've seen like an X punish or any type of punish, oh man, oh geez, oh man, they're moving in. Hookshot, they're chasing, they're going for more. They want to find him. They throw out the boat just to try and stay alive, but the Pandas, they're already out and about. They pull back in Sacred. That's a dead Kunkka. If they're not careful, they might lose more.
He's going to kidnap one into the base. Ha!
It's not working. So, getting the kill onto Kunkka, pretty rough. But all things considered, I mean, if they can take a fight when Kunkka's back up now with Bruce split down, that'll have been worth it. But they need to make something happen when this is down.
Yeah, they just don't have the tools to do it, though. They don't have the BKB ready for cause.
No, he's still far away from it. That's the problem. Like, if you can't punish this Bruise split cooldown, you're not going to win this game.
Well, maybe they get it here.
Oh.
Sven's coming. Zeus told him to come.
Want to kill desperately. Can't take down Celery. Stun is there. They know what they need to do, but getting pushed back by the cogs, nothing is coming easy.
Gives them the wave goodbye.
Maybe they get this X onto Duraccio. Okay.
I mean,
yeah. No, Nightmare, he waited. Oh, well played by Sacred. And it turns into nothing.
The team's running. We're coming.
Can they get him? Tofu? He blinks away. He has a blink dagger. What the hell? Oh my God.
I gotta say.
Dude, Tofu is the man. Last game it was Panda. This game Tofu's showing up. Duraccio steals the Ancients away.
Yeah, you can see what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Like his teammates are all running away and he's like, ooh, a little bit more farm. It's partially why they have this like, tri-core. They're all so farmed. Like you think about Ace, he does like to be a little bit greedier with some of these heroes. So Duraccio picking up all these scraps is allowing all three of them to get really farmed.
Gaimin Gladiators coming up with the answers that they needed, and now 20 minutes in with an 11,000 gold lead. Gonna get Roshan.
It's so funny to see Duraccio evolve to just 3 of these kills too, right? Like,
yeah,
it is a clear plan that they have. Very interesting.
Well, Zeus ulti as Roche was being finished.
He's ready to be involved now though, because he did finish up that Gleipnir. He's working on the Dragon Lance, so
yeah,
someone like Knight could just die.
I mean, it still is an issue of like if there are no Nightmare. Tofu chasing.
He just doesn't want to waste the grip.
Yeah, that's fair. And, oh my God, Panda barely getting any value out of that mech there as he's killed off. Ace TPing behind their tier 2 tower back to the top lane to push this one out.
Pakaz has the BKB, but it was at the cost of the Echo, so he still has to build something back up before he fights.
Yeah, it's I mean, again, like if there is no BKB, there's still some amount of hope for like killing off the Clinks or the Sniper, but it's just getting into range of them. Like it's very, very difficult for Boom to make anything happen.
And Celery with a good read on this one. Just going right into the pipe.
Yeah.
Because since it's so hard to actually get that big cleave out from Bakaz, their best hope is some sort of a magic nuke storm here. So pipe gonna help versus that.
And almost now at Aghanim Scepter. Has it completed for the Kunkka? The BKB done on Pakaz and the Echo Saber. If there's a time to take a fight, it's like
this
now.
Is it.
They have to get something done. They don't quite have Manta on Zeus, but it doesn't matter. If Celery just breaks the smoke right here. Dude, he's right out in front. Gets rooted. Torrent, arrow.
He's taking everything.
He is a pipe. He has a pipe on the clockwork.
Didn't even use it.
Nope.
And he's still full HP.
Oh, Tofu. This would be a good kill, though. They're waiting on him. Ooh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
His game crashed. Oh.
Bizarre mouse bug. Or rather, mouse bug, it seems. Oh.
Oh, you hate to see that. You hate to see that one. He's still... and I mean, I think the other thing about that is got to be a little bit frustrating for Tofu is he did have a blink dagger. So hypothetically, if he maybe saw those people, they did place down a ward. It's unlikely that he was going to be able to get the blink out.
Yeah, but does he have a nightmare play?
Yeah, I mean...
Can he do it?
I don't know. It's not easy. It's not easy to hit that timing. The other thing, though, is I don't know if when they go, if for gaming you decide to take this fight or not. They still have hook shot ready. So, like, a hook shot, a shrapnel...
Oh, this is not the situation you want to be in. This is such an awkward, like, deciding of the fight here. Oh, wow. Yeah, what's this? We've got a little light shining off of Quinn.
I hear the
Oh, it's
northern
a
lights
shrapnel.
are all
I
over the
see.
place.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the Aurora. I know this is in honor of them winning 2-0 earlier.
That's right.
We're just going to show you the northern lights here.
That's pretty cool. All right, reconnect. Zeus is far away. Clockwork hookshot is ready. They don't have a person that can easily get onto him. Thunder God's Wrath's about to be back up. When that's up, they can probably pop that, make sure that Bane can't blink away. But let's see how it goes. 23 minutes in. And is he back into the game? They said go. Are we going?
Any second now. They're ready, I guess.
All right, there we go. And Tofu gets hit. Nightmare. He wasn't able to get it in time. Blade Mill out immediately. Tofu gets piped. Dude, this is so tanky. That's crazy. Now Hookshot finds the Sven. He's caught in the cogs in no man's land.
Quinn did get held back completely by that Torrent Storm.
That was well played. And now Panda has to leap, has to jump, mech to save a life. He still might die to it. That's so much damage. Was anything else popped in that? No God Strength.
All right, so a whole lot of nothing.
Well, Panda died.
Well, you know, he's the 5.
It's true. Yeah, that was, I think, the pipe reveal, and just shows how difficult it makes any type of fight around this. They get the shard for Panda, so the leap dealing a little bit of extra damage and giving him the extra charge, and the ult cast for weird things with it. Zeus ulti spots Quinn. He's all alone in the mid lane there, but not going to connect with him on the brambles.
Yeah, it does just feel like they have this vision tool, but no way to actually capitalize on it.
Oh no. BKB needs to kill him. They get him. Ace next on the docket. Quinn's still doing a lot of damage because he's just going to drop.
I mean, this is a BKB running away Sven, and he's just getting chunked through it.
They are in complete control of this game, Gaimin Gladiators. Shard going to be out soon on Quinn. He's just going to be untouched this game. No deaths, 4-0-10. As they get ready to head on up the hill. Looking to tie this series back up. Do not want to give away the qualification that winning this series would give them.
Celery choosing his target here. He's got a lot of people in his way, though.
Moves in, ace, stunned. Gleipnir out. Sacred, the blade mail, doing what damage they can. Knight has to back all the way away, and Sacred didn't throw the boat out. That means he's dead, and no buyback right now for 50 seconds. Defending this without Kunkka is not going to happen.
Yeah. It's a nice slow roll there. Celery the whole time just flaring, waiting to.
Oh, Panda. Poor Panda.
Do it. Do it, Tofu.
Rocket flare. They got him. Wow. Well, another tier 3 tower is going to go down. Oh, he just needed a little bit of gold, didn't he? They were looking for bounty runes. He was 10 gold away from buyback. He has it now. Well, it is still going to be another racks down. Willow. It's taking a lot of magical damage. Dude, he's dead. Knight's gone. Eul Scepter, never mind. Living.
Good save.
Survive, survive. Their racks, not so lucky.
Oh, they call it.
GG, they're done. Had enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything that was going to be left in that one.
Decided that they'd rather just take their win from game 1, you know, go back a little bit closer to those times. This plan not working out here for Boom, and Gaimin Gladiators, yeah, it's comfort. I mean, it's true. They want, when you open up and you manage to get 3 of them like that, that's pretty damn good.
I feel like it's also going to be that much more terrifying, potentially, for Boom, because I think they sort of have a similar issue to what we saw from Gaimin Gladiators in the first one, which is who's doing things in this game for Boom. Like, pre-Blink Dagger, you've got, like, Clockwork that can start the fight, but who's the core that's playing with them? I guess Zeus ulti? It feels a little bit awkward trying to find those kills around the map or making things happen. And Gaming feel like they're kind of just free to do what they want. We'll see.
Yeah, I can see that. But maybe, maybe Panda gets a quick 6. He kind of pops off a little bit. Maybe the blink is there relatively quick from Sacred and they start moving. Definitely do have to be a little bit active because you got to make some space here for Pakaz. Pakaz is definitely one of those carry players that is very good at just taking the gold and doing stuff later. He is, I put him in that category of like really strong late game carry players. He's obviously known for his relatively high GPMs as well, so he knows how to play the style. And Comfort has been working for Gaimin Gladiators in game number 2, so Pakaz now also pretty comfortable.
Well, oftentimes you see it turn into really big fighting fests in these game 3s. Boom, managed to find 2 for themselves, while Gaimin are going to pick up 2 also. But yeah, one of the things that I feel like we often see in these game 3s where it's like one stomp one way, one stomp the other way, it turns into like a massive super late game. Everybody's afraid. Obviously no eliminations here, but you go into the like final day of needing to play in the Swiss stage and it can get a little bit tenuous, a little spooky.
Yeah, 100%. It's a common thing. We get it all the time. Just the slow game 3, but definitely not wanting to slow down here on the same side of Gaimin Gladiators. Like, this is just some fast stuff. You know what they want to do. Tofu hoping to have a bit of a faster game on Hoodwink compared to game 1, where he was 1-0-1 for like 20 minutes. Just didn't really get to play the hero as you would enjoy. And has a rather aggressive lane partner in the Slardar here, so some opportunities. It doesn't seem like a very fun time for Panda.
No, I mean, you're obviously going to try and do what you can, but a lot of crushes coming out, the punches that are going his way. I mean, we'll see if he's going to be able to find some type of success. In the mid lane, Quinn trying to mess around with these last hits as much as possible, but Slottom's been able to play it pretty well so far. Should just be a even trade out, I would imagine. Panda
gets blood grenaded here. He just wanted to do that classic level 1 harass, the Clockwork, and he just ate it.
Yeah.
It's like, he knows it doesn't get much better. That's the thing. Like, Cogs doesn't really improve the situation in this lane for him because he doesn't, Pakaz can't full commit and go for kills or something like that, so it's just a little ugly.
Yeah, that's not nice. Did come into lane with the Ring of Protection, which is helpful, but with that Blightstone that we did see, it means he's kind of just sitting at 3 armor, and all that damage that's coming out from Slardar is physical. This is before the bashes are there. now having that online if he wants to.
Oh, bushwhack there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary stuff for old Panda. Meanwhile, up top, Knight going to attempt to get what he can on this position for Weaver. The panel was talking about the low value of the Aghanim Scepter, but probably going to be a really good Spirit Vessel game if he can get into that one quickly enough.
Yeah, the Ags is just super unreliable now. If the last time you were watching Dota, you saw a lot of position for Weaver, and you're like, oh, the Ags is really good. It was really good, but now the cast range is absolutely puny.
Yeah.
It is a mere 500. So even when you get cast range items, it's still pretty trash.
Yeah.
You don't have this IO-like capabilities here. You can just look at them jealously. Nice bushwhack from downtown from Tofu.
Crush. A couple more hits is all that they're going to need for Panda, and doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it.
It's the most valuable ringer protection I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, really valuable.
Like that Blightstone has been trying to do as much work as possible from Tofu, but he managed to survive. Duraccio, is that a ring of health he just missed out on?
That's double couriers.
Okay, I mean, that's Weaver, baby.
Yeah, that's really.
That's kind of stuff you got to do.
And I mean, again, you know, Duraccio playing on this hero that wants to just be able to stay up front in your face, does have stick charges, but you're seeing the double edge. It's becoming a bit of an issue for him now. It's boots coming out on the courier for Sacred. At least he has an IO that can keep him survivable. That part's nice. But bottom lane, zoning people out completely, and Panda forced to try and hog the wave doesn't really change that much. Yeah, they're winning all of their lanes right now.
I mean, at least he wasn't first blood yet. So he's got that going for him.
True. Yeah, this position for Weaver is looking great so far, what he's been able to do. Also, couriers are about to respawn, and already I think Knight is going to start heading over that way. We'll see. Slotums tries to run away. TP out. Diabolic Edict not going to be enough damage. Bushwhack onto two, and first blood. Claiming it. Can he get it? Panda backing away. The salve. Oh my god. You ain't first blood in me.
Oh man, nobody wants it to be them.
That's awesome. Well played. Dude, look at Knight. He's already over there. He knows the timing on the couriers, and he's ready for it.
Both of them just waddling back. Celery's walking to it.
Dun, dun, dun,
They're scanning where he is.
Yeah. They know. But doesn't look like Knight's going to be able to get over there for it. Bristle's Ring of Health is still coming over. Oh, but they will see that one.
He thinks it's sneaky. Celery's going to spot him.
Yeah. I don't know if he can get there in time.
The thing is, it's such a bright courier, too. Like, you're not going to miss it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's still over there. But he's going to salve up first, and looks like he won't be able to make that move. Instead, wants to set up for mid. Could this be a kill potential? Bringing in numbers. Yeah, they're... Ooh. What was that? Maybe
This side. I mean, I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty risky.
They're still sticking around for the 6-minute rune. That ward placed down just to try and block out camps, I think. A lot of vision placed down by Gaimin in that area. And with Io coming into the lane, the kill potential has dropped down significantly.
Yeah, now they just want to ruin Sladham's time. I think he said blocking out that camp. We know that's where their mid laners like to fall back on.
Level 6. Not going to die for it. And it looks like it's going to be up top. Knight gets the Arcane Rune as Celery backs away and gets back to his Lesh. So when all is said and done, not a huge disparity amongst all of the cores.
Oh, that's level 1 Shikuchi.
Yeah, Knight might be in some trouble right here. They know that he can't do much of anything at all, and oh,
the creeps save them.
They're gonna run him down. All right, Quinn gets it. So the delayed first blood means a nice little chunk of change into the coffers for Leshrac and Tofu. Down low, the crush is there onto two of them, trying to scurry away. Not gonna happen. Kaz takes down that kill. Now Panda is getting chased by Ace continuously. The crush is enough.
I cannot believe that Tofu was the first to die in this lane. That's crazy. So many surviving moments there from Panda. Now Knight, again, trying to get value out of the support Weaver. He's going for the Wisdom Rune. Will Tofu TP for it? Does he have the read on this?
Ooh.
The ulti's going to let him know that he's safe, and he's going to steal it.
Well played. Yeah, so that's what you need to do. These types of plays are what sort of pull you into a better position. And he desperately needed it on Knight because he was level 2.
Yeah.
And still not very high up there.
He's got the Xingqiu energy going on here.
Oh, yeah. Sacred, back to farming. And going to decide to dodge away from this one, but
still no points
Quinn
in the Split Earth, though.
Finding him, running on in, and Stampede to get away. Now bottom, go on to Tofu again. With Knight making the move over, the Bug set up for an easy kill.
All right, now level 4. Catching back up here.
Yeah, recovered. He has an urn.
8-mana rune. Trying to be controlled here. Celery going top, but they will be there for bottom, and yeah, it's a haste rune for Sladum, so disappointment there for the Leshrac. Would have been a great rune for him to get, considering his build right now.
Yeah. He is very, very strong. And feeling like one of those moments in the game where if you give him a couple of runes, he'll just completely take over. At this point, all the cores getting what they want out of the laning stage. Kaz still fairly happy. Has not been shut down by pretty much at all. Will get crushed, but it's not like Ace can do anything to him here.
Now, the power of the Morphling pick, especially in this case, like the panel mentioned, just a minus armor strat, lots of physical damage between the Slider and the Bristleback, and so you're able to just reduce a lot of that as the Morphling. Not Edict anymore, though. That's pure, so there you go.
Yeah.
Got that.
It's helpful. Stack not quite done by Celery. But with his level 6 soon to be online, that's where maybe they can start to get a little bit more active. And you can see Ace already queuing into the Blink Dagger.
Oh, likewise, though, Panda also closing in on 6 here on the Clockwork, so both of the supports on each team getting ready to make some moves.
Knight chased all the way back.
Did he see that career before? No, I guess not. I like to see some aggressive wards. There's one planned down from him.
Gotta be careful. I think Ace is dead. They're wrapping around with Zeus too. Ace hoping to escape, but the cogs are there. Kaz in the area. They don't even need to use the Thunder God's Wrath.
Knight's gonna run into Tofu here, maybe? No? Okay, they're not gonna bother. Just get back out of that side of the map. Tofu will successfully get both of those stack stuns. That's huge.
Knight trying to get out of there. Ooh, barely caught by that bushwhack, and now Panda's in pretty far. Sacred wanting to hit onto it. The Blade Mail is doing work, and that is dead. Quinn. Oh, boom. Starting to turn up a little bit now.
Yeah, that is not going to be worth it. They're going to need him to come back in and clean up these stacks.
Dude, the fact that they're doing all of this right now without having to use hookshot is kind of crazy, too. Yeah, Blade Mail did some work there.
They're just getting the most of the Stampede. Like,
yeah.
This is... Gaimin Gladiators are trying to make these little aggressive movements here, and they're getting punished. Boom don't have the best setup for stuff, but they do have excellent counterplay when it comes to the Stampede.
Right.
And yeah, immediately, Quinn's going to TP in here. They're just going to nuke this down. A player comes in to spot it, but he'll just be able to watch as it all disappears.
Yeah, that's all for them. It's still obviously a ways away from anything resembling a Blink Dagger for the Slardar, and that's, I mean, at this point, feeling like the main engine for taking fights for Gaimin Gladiators. I guess Tofu maybe? I don't know. I was worried that it was going to be Boom that weren't going to be able to fight, and now it's looking like it's Gaimin.
I think once Duracio's big enough, though, and he joins in, that they don't really have to like force a fight, as they just force objectives.
That's true. Yeah, fair enough.
They're on the hunt, but it's a Morphling. He is just maxed out right now, though. He's like 400 HPR. He's going to take a little bit more strength. Oh, yeah, way down now. 400 HP plus a safety bubble.
Damage, looking for him. Kaz didn't get the switch off. Caught him sleeping. Well played by Gaimin. And that's all it takes, right?
Yep.
Those types of kills are huge.
Well, Knight gonna plant another aggressive ward here as he's hunting that courier. He's got arcane boots on it. Easy.
Okay. And now Tofu finds him. Hello, how are you doing? Can't do much about it though. Oh my God, he's going for...
That's so far away.
He's got it.
Oh, he's so good. Look at him go.
They're all over here. He's doing the Zing Q strat.
Found a solution. Make this Weaver work. And now the courier's going to take the long road, as you can see. Sally's just like, I'm not messing around. All the way to the edge, walking along the side.
I mean, this is the problem, right? If you don't get the courier snipes, how good is your game? He's gotten 4 so far.
He keeps getting some XP, though, because...
That's true.
He's going to get some of this, too. As they surely get this kill. This was actually... that was his last spell. So it's a good thing they got it.
Relocate. Not looking like they're going to be able to find an easy target.
No, and they have this ward here, too.
Protecting.
So he can kind of play around it.
Now they're going to go for the D ward. So do manage to shut down some of this vision.
Even Panda is catching waves up here. This is just obnoxious.
Bro, Picaz needs to be careful. Those envenomed weapons will get you. Ooh. Goes into strength form, though, and he's going to be able to get out.
All right, well, 0-0-0, the ultimate score line of a carry player.
That's right.
So Duracho still feeling good. Top of the board. Almost into the Agnum Scepter here, so we can start upgrading that damage.
Most last hits in the game. Highest net worth. Knight almost at the Spirit Vessel. Needs just about 500 more gold.
Yeah, it's a very, very big deal, of course, because they're not going to have any answer for that.
They have taken out all of their wards. There are no wards on the map right now for Boom.
Yeah, Knight went really greedy with them.
Oh, didn't get the cogs. And now in too far. Panda does not have a way out of that. Quinn, ooh, gets jumped on. They have enough to save him. Doesn't quite look like it.
No, there's no
find
reload.
that kill.
It's not back up yet.
And pulling in the Centaur. Don't know if they have enough damage to kill off this Zeus, though. As Knight tries to run away, Gaimin Gladiators show up, find a couple kills, back to the races.
Yeah, Ace really needs this Blink Dagger, and he knows it. I mean, he's going for it first thing. So it's his first like big purchase of this game, and you can feel it in these fights.
Yeah.
Because they're able to get like one pick, but then they just get jumped on top of the sledge rack, and there's no counterplay. Because if the relocate's not there, then no one's able to actually get in and try and disrupt it. And now that's going to be available from Ace. And then, of course, with the potential turn, that's where problems could start arising here for Boom. So for themselves, I mean, the Spirit Vessel kills. That'll be a big deal. See if they can focus down the Slush Rack. Try and reduce his capability to survive.
And for the moment, at least, Lesh not going for any type of a, dispel at this point. The IO's just going to have to sort of make some amount of value out of it all alone.
I actually don't know what they're going to do about it because Tofu doesn't want to get one either, right? Because he's playing Hoodwink.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Yules is one of the thoughts, but like you're going forward for Bloodstone first for sure.
Yeah, Yules feels kind of awkward on IO Lesh because it's like, well, the whole point, like my IO doesn't do anything except for the thing that I'm supposed to buy a Yules for. That kind of sucks.
Right. Oh, we'll see. Maybe they just kill Knight at the start of the fights.
It's a good choice. Maybe he's just going to have no Spirit Vessel charges after these two.
That's true. For now, at least, Gaimin content to just hold their side of the river. As 16-minute mark comes around, it is going to be an illusion up top. Now, that would be a nice one to be able to bottle as the Lesh. That would just completely
That
change
would be
stuff.
perfect, yeah.
But no luck.
Duracho doing more and more stacks up here. He's making for himself and ready to come in join with the Ags. Wants the Eternal Shroud next. Excellent Eternal Shroud game. Probably one of the reasons why they opted for this pick.
Are they going to go in? Not sure what the plan is here. There's no tower down bottom. They're just going to farm the triangle together.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
More creeps. Remember, you said it at the start, game 3.
Yeah.
a lot of their aggressive moves have been answered very quickly and swiftly by Boom, and they just stampede and get a higher value kill than you got from making an aggressive maneuver. One thing that has changed drastically is that they've no longer lost their control of the map. You know,
Yeah.
They got all those D wards, and also you can just see that Boom are not crossing the river. Ching, 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 ching.
All of the cores in this game have over 100 last hits. 17 minutes.
That's good.
Something I feel like we don't see all that often. Tofu trying to soak experience and gets down a deep ward.
Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, I don't know if he saw the smoke for sure. It was kind of awkward. Probably not.
Well, they're all good together now. It doesn't look like they did. No reaction as of yet, although it does look like they're starting to head up. And this tower is about to die anyways, so. Moves in. Panda, Sacred, together, looking, hunting. Pop the Thunder God's Wrath, Stampede.
Can't get the hook shot.
Throwing everything for this, wants to get him, but it's too scary.
That level 1 cast range, and they tried to stampede to reach, and he couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, you're so fast on the Lesh.
And now they're going to counter smoke at them here.
Knight, they find him here.
Oh, hello.
Use the time lapse, and yeah, that's it's an easy bring down. So just like that, Gaimin Gladiators, 18 minutes in, they get all their items, they group up together, they kill this support Weaver, and there isn't really a reaction yet from Boom.
And how much do they just continue this sweep?
Yeah.
You see Duraccio obviously feels pretty safe. So does Picasso. This is just physical damage as he works on his Conda.
More stacks, more farm. And for now, at least, feeling like Boom are not really able to do much around the map, but they are still obviously scaling. Centaur a little bit behind, but it's definitely not the end of the world, as he also is going in for the Eternal Shroud. Some decent wards back behind the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Or where it used to be, rather. Jump forward, crush, punish again, get themselves Knight, and then Tofu gets out of the cogs.
Yeah, a little skip and hop there. Don't need to punish that. And then we have to wonder, like, is this Morphling at a point where they're going to be able to actually, like, fight back here if he gains, like, 2 or 3k gold?
Right.
Because that's what it's looking like. It looks like Gaimin Gladiators is going to steamroll down your tier 1s. There's only one left. And then into your tier 2s. They're going to get the first Roche, almost certainly. So what can you get on Morphling for that fight that can actually turn this game around? Because it's starting to slip.
This is a good opportunity. Can they kill off Celery in time? They will manage to bring him down. Sacred, it's out of there. Quinn thinking about going up high ground. Ace is right onto him here too. Morphling chasing forward. Quinn super low. The bug's still on him, whittling him down, but not quite low enough. Now Duraccio, he's shown up and ready to battle this one down. They don't quite have enough to take down Sacred. The turn on to Tofu, they get the kill with the double edge. So Quinn getting away on nothing. They aren't able to chase him down anymore. Duraccio's only at half HP.
I like that jumping a lot from Sacred because he found a moment where they weren't all grouped up together. Because that's what I'm talking about, where they're too strong. Like, you can't fight them when they're all together like that. But he found an opportunity to actually get the pick, and it results in a relatively even trade. Both teams actually get about the same gold, the same XP. So not going to end up mattering too much. No big cooldowns being used either. That is another thing, is that Dire have 0 cooldowns.
Yeah.
Radiant, to be fair, I mean, Thunder God's Wrath and Stampede are probably just the only ones that are super important.
Well, yeah, and Stampede's coming back up again very shortly, before there's any chance for another fight. Morphling does feel like if he can get to like his items unobstructed, is going to be very scary this game. Because already Manta Conda going into the Scotty next. Scotty changes stuff. Because right now they're doing this with just the Spirit Vessel, right? They don't even have Shivas yet on the Centaur.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still trying to get that Shroud. Actually, he's not sure what he's doing, is he?
He's thinking about it.
almost done? Oh yeah, it's almost done.
So Clockwork flares this. They know that this is going on. They see it's taking a little while.
I don't think there's any world in which you are contesting this Roche. Like, just with this lineup and even being like even strength is just,
Yeah.
I think just, yeah, grabbing your own Tormentor, that's a better way to spend your time. They look at the jetpack setup for Panda, so that's actually really nice for defending tier 2s. You can get some better angles on the hook shots past the creep waves. Eternal Shroud finished up here for the slider though, so greatly increasing Ace's survivability in these fights versus this lineup.
Should be noted also that the vision game from Gaimin Gladiators at this stage is quite good. They have that little encapsulation going on. Now, battle brewing up top. Rooted, stunned, caught in the cogs, but there's nothing you can do about that afterwards. They take down Panda.
Nicely done. I mean, this is a point where we're talking about them mostly playing together a lot, and you're not expecting these side pickoffs, but they do have an immense amount of burst between Slider and a Hoodwink, and they're kind of hunting again here. Only going to find the Morphling, 1,000 HP, this armor, they're going to go for it.
Tries to bring him down. Is it going to be quite enough? Yes!
No Morph again.
Oh, wow. That is huge. That's the type of kill that wins you the game.
It's such a short smoke, too.
Yeah.
You know, when he went for it. That was nice.
Man. Rolled high on those damage numbers, and it was more than enough. So you got to be very concerned at this point on Boom. Like, if he's only died twice on Morphling, but both of them have been with these little slight pickoffs by Hoodwink. As Knight, no mana. Oh. That would have been cool, but not going to happen. Tofu showing up big in this match, in this series.
Yeah, having, again, a lot more fun this time. Right?
Yeah.
2, 4, and 10. Doing Hoodwink things. Last time he was 1-0-1 when he finished a Gleipnir.
Yikes.
He spent that much time just fighting creeps. Not what a Hoodwink wants to do. So scurry and find some heroes. Not just sit in the forest and gather nuts for the winter.
I mean, that is more what squirrels do, though, to be fair.
Not this squirrel.
Okay.
She's a bit rowdy.
Dude, this is Team Eternal Shroud. They got 3 of them coming out with Quinn finishing his off. Jump through. Ooh!
That's why.
That's some damage that you definitely need. Quinn is just now getting that Eternal Shroud delivered. But they got the bugs on him. Missed on it. Pakaz still chasing. Looking over to this side as they find Duraccio, as well as Ace stacking up the damage. Panda's gone. Can they keep the chase going? Do they even want to? Pakaz gets the stun onto the bristle, and they manage to find that kill. Sotten's in some trouble. Celery gets hit. Pakaz, he's online. You're in danger, sir. Quinn trying to see how tall can he be. Waveform wanted to connect onto Ace. Ace now in trouble, and it's only Quinn that's left.
Oh, and this is just your
Dodges
Aegis.
it. Do they have a way out of here? Knights ready for the chase down as they get the Spirit Vessel there. Do they want to go for it?
Oh, yeah, you gotta go.
They get him. With the Conda slow down and a couple more hits, that's Lesh down once. And it looks like they're going to call it there. But a huge win in the fights for Boom.
5 for 2.
They got some fight in them left.
Oh, well done, Boom. Man, the Morphling's here. I mean, that was the question. The answer is yes. Man, despite just getting killed there, too, right before this fight.
That's before Scotty.
Yeah, which I'm sure he probably has now, right? Yeah, and he is going for the answer versus Duraccio there, too. As he will be picking up that Silver Edge. They had to find something. So, why did I actually kill him? I mean, I thought Duraccio was going to last a lot longer.
He got strength from off. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was. I guess that he was already somewhat low because the fight had been spread out. It's what you talked about, right? Gaming taking these fights when they're separated across the map. Does Knight actually get out of this one? No. Time lapse was good, but not able to get out of there. I don't know. If I'm other teams right now, I'm looking at this Pakaz Morphling and thinking, I don't want to see him playing it. Might be one of those last phase bans that comes out.
Trying to set up for something. He's just, I don't know. He's trying to get his team an option when they come in here.
He went a little early and Pakaz was ready.
He wanted to take advantage of the ward that he had.
Scary stuff. This late stage. of the group stage, and a deep ward back behind is going to see these heroes. Oh, this is huge. If they find this pick off, Quinn's going to stick around to farm it. They jump forward, they find Celery first. Quinn, he gets hook shotted, pushed back by the cogs.
Oh,
Quinn
snap.
stunned by his own damn self. And Pakaz Manta dodges the turnaround stun.
Okay, all right, this guy is good.
This ward, it's right there for him.
And remember when Knight just died? Like that,
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He was cutting a wave and planting that ward.
Is under attack.
All right, a second Bloodstone has entered the game.
A Paladin sword to boot. He's hard to kill, Thoraccio.
Is under attack.
And it's going to be, oh, the shard for Celery is actually really nice. They need that damage amp.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters though. Like, I feel like Pakaz is so scary right now. And he's almost got the full Silver Edge too.
It is an issue of just like one stun though, you know?
Yeah.
It's like one missed morph or something.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that is the problem with the hero at the end of the day.
He does still have a weakness sometimes, we think.
But I also think he doesn't need to be sitting at like full agi for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, no. It's more like, you know, mid-fight or something
Right.
and can go awry.
The Centaur also queuing up Shiva's, almost has it completed.
Are scanning.
So more things that just
Now,
cause pain for this IO lineup.
will he be hitching a ride this game?
I don't think so.
I don't think
oh,
so
Pakaz. He's in pretty far. Switching over to strength form,
He is an
realized
AD.
there were a lot of people there. Stampede, Manta, stun, it's out. But the big jump in, the crush Viv enough to keep him alive. The stun, Pakaz goes down. Dude, he had amp damage. He was feeling himself too hard.
They're fighting as a team. No! Our
Whatever
weakness.
you gonna do? I can't. Oh man, he was so sure that everything was gonna be fine, and it really wasn't. Amp damage into Silver Edge, walking forward, and just did not anticipate the entire Gaimin Gladiators team was gonna be there. And I mean, a moment like that is all that it takes, right? Like, they're gonna be using this glyph now, but it's a tier 2 tower, and with 45 seconds, I don't know what else they want to do, but they can maybe do some stuff here.
I mean, the reductions are just ridiculous too. In that like short period of time, they did like 8,000 damage on the side of Boom, and it just felt like it didn't matter at all either. Between like Eternal Shrouds, Glimmers, Mechs,
Yeah.
all these heals, double Bloodstone. Like,
God.
if they are a unit, I don't know how you punish Gaimin Gladiators. So that's a lot.
And I guess what you're saying is you have to try and spread them thin and then pick them off when you get an opportunity, which again is what you want to do with this Silver Edge build, but gotta make sure that they're not all there. And Stampede, as we've seen, is not a get out of jail free card.
This game though, they have the Zeus for the vision into an actual like disable
true.
blow. So there's certainly opportunities to just Thunder God's Wrath and then blow someone up. Like we saw happen to Tofu numerous times.
Right. I mean, that might be what they decide to do going forward now. Like, if Pakaz gets an opportunity where he feels like he can fight, he'll ask for Thunder Gods, they'll pop it, and then he goes for a fight. Or a solo pick-off.
Thoraccio picking up the Yules to build in towards that Wind Waker to give himself an
Good.
answer.
These items just, like, they start going into vogue, and I feel like at some point, you know, the entire team is going to have Wind Wakers, and they just build, like, one Nullifier, and feel a little bit silly. But
Might be a good choice for Knight, honestly.
yeah,
I mean, it takes a long time to farm, but it's not really, like, no one else really wants to buy them anymore, and that is one thing about support Weavers. You can't just buy anything,
right.
and your Ags isn't that good anymore. I wouldn't mind it.
He's probably going in for the full Wind Waker, though. Anything you can do to keep your Morphling alive.
Yeah.
Thoraccio shoves out the lane. We could be in for a pretty decent game here, as the way it's gone so far, feeling like both sides wanting to play somewhat safe with a couple of moments of risk here and there.
Yeah, it's the battle of checking on Roche. Flare from the Clockwork. Thunder God's Wrath to get where they're all at, as well as a tree plant in there by Tofu.
Dire's top
It definitely is the much stronger vision game into the favor of Boom.
Yeah, significantly so.
Like, not just the Weaver, but you've also got Clockwork Flare and Thunder God's Wrath. So in a way, like I feel like most late game scenarios, like both teams have an opportunity to take wins because otherwise you just like lose earlier. And vision is what really separates those two squads. And I almost always feel like I take the vision team over the other one in the late game.
Flare does reveal the Roches there.
Yep.
Quinn's gonna walk in. The flare ends as they enter, though. Looks like Dire don't have a scan. Radiant do. So they might scan to discover this. Won't have to. They're gonna flare. So Roshan lets it roar.
And they're just gonna shove out all these lanes at the same time. Get all the farm across the map that they can. And reset. They're not afraid of the Roche's banner.
No?
Not really. And we did see in the last fight, too, what ended up happening. They kind of just ignored Quinn and tried to kite him while shoving out all the rest of the lanes. Or killing all the rest of the heroes, rather.
His top tower is under attack.
See Ace there, interesting choice. S&Y perhaps? Kind of replacing his Bracer. Yeah, he's gonna opt for it.
That's kind of cool. I guess with Eternal Shroud, he feels like he doesn't need BKB, maybe?
Yeah.
Panda, just out of range.
Definitely want long fights with a Bristle.
Does he know that he's over there? They're scouting. Jetpack TP. Dun, 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 dun. He ends up in the fountain.
Thankfully his own fountain.
Yeah.
Dracho actually TP's in just to check in the tree line.
He's going Agzone Weaver. Okay.
He's gonna do it?
Interesting.
Oof. Dude, it's so hard to use.
It's really low range.
It's so bad.
I'm with you for sure. But at the same time,
I think the problem is it's also just not that much of a burst-oriented lineup from the Dire. I mean, I guess like the Slardars jump is pretty bursty, and like maybe you can time-lapse off that.
the Bristle starts to become bursty, I think, too, but he still keeps all the quill stacks
Yeah,
on
exactly.
him. So it's not like you lose those. I mean, I guess to me, the one thing about this is it feels like it is a lineup that is entirely about Morphling. So if you can have ability that's just like single target save, that's pretty good.
And it is the exact same cost as upgrading a Wind Waker.
Yeah.
So
You put it like that.
Yules to Wind Waker is an eggs.
Knight's just going to try and get that farm on. They will see him here, though. And with that ward on top, Knight, Yules, Gleipnir, time lapse. Scoochie's away, getting some separation.
Nice, good bugs.
Breaking the Blink Dagger, but now he's got Corrosive Haze on him, and Yule's Scepter still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Wants to get out of here. Does he Spirit Vessel him before he goes? Now you're moving. But Yules is one, tries to get away, bugs down. That's what we call space created.
A whole galaxy of space.
They've only got 2.5 minutes left on this Aegis. In the meantime, they take the tier 2 tower top.
Cause buys out for the BKB. So he's got his 9 seconds of glory here to win this game. He's going to take the Wisdom Rune. That puts him at 24.5. Is he coming home?
Yeah, he wants to get it. 25 definitely changes a lot.
It takes so long. He'll get it mid-fight if they get a big kill.
Stun, Quinn, half HP. Still has Celery healing him. Kaz starts to lay down some of the Split Earths. Does have the shards,
Yeah,
so he gets the value out of it.
That's nice.
Tier 3 tower down. As they get ready to go high ground again, they realize that's not super easy.
And there's no silence here on the Dire yet, right? So the shard does save him.
Yeah. Manta Zeus starting to go to work, pushing out these waves. Morphling waveforms in. Going to be fine. Still, like you said, only the 24.5. Stun is out. Mule Scepter lift up. Duraccio, Pakaz! Whoa! That was very close. Barely surviving that one. Seeing the damage come out from the Quill Spray. And still, Quinn is standing perfectly okay here. I mean, they're getting somewhat low. Ace Goes for the crush, the puddle down. Now the damage out. They haven't killed it off yet. Range Rax does fall. Stomp from Sacred. Need more. Yule Scepter live in. The overcharge. He's healing back up through it. Pakaz gets the big stun, but again, hitting into these heroes, he's just not doing enough. They need more damage. They have to go back to try and heal up again, and just doesn't feel like they have what it takes to lay into them enough.
I mean, look at Ace. He's got like 60 HP regen in the puddle with all this resistance, and he's just able to tank and frontline throughout all of that. Another problem is that this is a Bristle and a Leshrac, and they don't have a way that they feel comfortable getting a Mage Slayer either. You know? Like, you're seeing that it's just all spell damage.
I feel like they've done like 80,000 damage or something in just like this siege. It feels like an insane amount. And jump forward, stun onto 2. Can they bring any of these heroes down? Yule Scepter lift up on the IO. They're onto Ace, taking him down 1
6
time.
seconds on the Aegis. 5 seconds.
Looking for more. In trouble. Quinn, he's getting lower and lower, but he hasn't died yet. Stun now onto both of them.
Okay.
Tofu tries to hit
Aegis
him. The Aegis
gone.
reclaimed. And Quinn not getting the regen out of it, but they have to waveform back. It's still Dyrachyo and Quinn that are so hard to battle into. Stun form, throws it back with the bushwhack. There's the crush, connects again. They take down another. Quinn now in trouble as Pakaz is into him, broken and dead. Dyrachyo nowhere left to go. Pakaz gets to the far side. The Bloodstone heal is pretty strong. Actually kill off Sacred and all that. Pakaz, he doesn't have enough, needs to waveform to get away, but Dyrachyo chasing. The big bad Bristleback is too much for him. TP out.
Are you kidding me?
Forced to survive. Oh my God. He somehow lives.
That was unbelievable. They played that fight so well on the side of Boom. That was crazy.
Oh,
I can't believe it. Like, they wait for the Aegis to expire. How did he still have, like, a BKB? How?
I mean, he's never popped it. He kept it in his backpack, I think, probably. Jeez. Look at the damage numbers on this one.
Yeah, the bars look kind of small till you go over them and you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Ace did like nothing in that fight, but...
What, 274? That's nothing to you?
Yeah, right? I mean, they'll take a look at this again. You have to take out the squishies first, and in a game like this, Ace, unfortunately, turns into one of them.
They just drag it out for so long, and I mean, getting rid of the IO at that point, obviously humongous, but they're just waiting, right? Like, anyone but the Lesh at this point is what they're trying to do. Pakaz must have been in double digits a couple times in this fight, I feel like.
Oh, he was so low. It was crazy. And the surviving at the last second, because, you know, Morphling, one of those heroes that his ability to come back in changes the game. God, and I mean, look at how much Dyrachyo was at, and then what he ends up killing.
Goes in there too, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Oh, we're learning the Dyrachyo
80
heroes.
HP, yeah, okay. No worries.
It does not look at all phased. This Force Staff too, that might have been enough to get him, but whoo, man, the hairball right at the end. Yeah, get a Mage Slayer, honestly. Like, for Weaver, for anybody.
Mean, it feels like they need it. Oh, there's the Nullifier. Pakaz is going to be the one who buys it.
Interesting.
I mean, I agree. I think they need one.
I mean, it's 40% less spell damage. Like, and, you know, none of these heroes have BKBs.
For the Mage Slayer saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Mage Slayer game. I think it was... I don't know. It was probably on Weaver, but, you know, they don't have anyone that has, like, the fun, like, oh, multiple people, you know?
No, Weaver does with
he does.
now. Dude, it's actually, he needs to get a Mage Slayer.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Jump forward, stomp, connection, down to half HP though on Dyrachyo, but the hoodwink! Oh, buddy, that was close.
Pakaz
now hitting into
there.
his back. Pakaz in some trouble, needs to get out. He's switching over into strength form, but in trouble and starts to fall. He's still living. Another bushwhack. Tofu doing so much in that fight. That's 2 dead. And no buyback on either of them. The Centaur, he's living for a while, but not long enough. 4 dead, no buyback.
And the wave is there mid. Catapult even to help out.
They're looking to move on. Do not want to have to play another day of these groups.
They're looking for the day off. Quinn giving the tip over to Dyrachyo. 7-1-9 on this Bristle.
They don't have the buybacks.
Yep.
They don't have the answer. And Gaimin Gladiators, they know it. They're going to close this game out. GG. Really impressive drafting play. Gaming take it together. I mean, after the fiasco of game number 1, they completely turned around the series.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a A first pick IO, it's like if you were in a ranked game and the IO person picks first and they just start like IO is suggesting a hero,
right.
and they just picked all of those heroes, right? Little hoodwink setup on the sides for some relocate.